Looking back, there are actually a ton of iconic players that rock the bald look like it was a badge of honor.
I feel better with hair, and I feel like I can pull off more looks. And I kind of want to open the doors to let men know you can do this.
NFL players don't need a full head of hair to excel at their jobs. So let's take a look back and piece together the all-time, all-bald NFL team. Quarterback, Terry Bradshaw. Okay, this one's a little complicated because early on in his career, Terry Bradshaw did have hair. But by the time his Hall of Fame career came to a close, most of the dome was on full display, and honestly, the crazy look only added to the myth. Let's not forget, this guy owned the 70s. 4 Super Bowl titles, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, one of the most clutch playoff performers in NFL history. Sure, his stats don't pop in today's pass-happy era, but the dude delivered when it mattered most. He called his own plays, outdueled legends, and walked off with a legacy that still holds weight to this day. Running back, Emmitt Smith. NFL's all-time leading rusher, 3-time Super Bowl champ, league MVP, and one of the toughest, smartest, most efficient runners that the game has ever seen. Emmitt Smith didn't just rewrite the record books, he torched them, laminated the ashes, and left them on permanent display in Canton. Emmitt Smith shredded defenses with vision, toughness, and endurance, and he did it all while proving you don't need waves to make waves, because somewhere in the middle of that greatness, the hair quietly exited the chat and Emmitt didn't even flinch. The man went full bald with full confidence, just like he hit the hole. At the end of the day, Emmitt Smith had nothing left to prove. Not on the field, and not in the mirror. Wide receiver, Jerry Rice. Come on, there's no debate here, so let's not waste too much time. This one is as automatic as it gets. Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver to ever put on pads. Heck, maybe the greatest football player ever, period. He didn't have 4.2 speed, he didn't have Calvin Johnson's size, but what he had were elite hands, precise route running, and a work ethic so ruthless it practically frightened teammates. Rice racked up 22,895 receiving yards, 208 total touchdowns, and 3 Super Bowl rings, all while running routes so sharp that they could cut glass. And yeah, by the back half of his career, the hairline surrendered. Rice traded in the fade for a clean scalp, and somehow it only made him faster. Or, at least made him look faster. Tight end, Jimmy Graham. There was a time when Jimmy Graham had wild hair. Seriously, check this out. But by the end of his playing days, he went full cue ball, and we mean that in the most complimentary way possible because, man, he was a stud. Graham might not have been the best blocking tight end, but he redefined what a mismatch nightmare could look like. Before Kelsey and Kittle, there was Jimmy Graham, hooping his way from basketball to NFL stardom. 89 career touchdowns, 5 Pro Bowls, and yes, a clean head while doing it all. Left tackle, Joe Thomas. If reliability had a face, it would be Joe Thomas, and that face would be clean-shaven from forehead to scalp. And yeah, for a while there, the hair tried to hang on. He rocked the receding hairline and the infamous lineman comb-over, but eventually, Joe made the right call and took it all off. If only he could have made the same decision with the Browns and cut ties before he wasted his career for one of the most dysfunctional organizations in the league. It's just so frustrating because Thomas was an absolute technician, and he did it all while enduring endless losing. Pro Bowls, 6 All-Pro selections, and a stretch of excellence that spanned over 10,000 consecutive snaps. He's a first-ballot Hall of Famer, a model of consistency, and a proud, bald icon. Right tackle, Lane Johnson. You want a right tackle with size, athleticism, and bald-headed bad intentions? Well, look no further than Lane Johnson. He's been the muscle on the right side of Philly's line for over a decade, and has done it all with a quiet nastiness that helped define the modern Eagles' identity. He's athletic enough to mirror elite pass rushers, strong enough to collapse entire sides of the line, and smart enough to keep doing it snap after snap. Johnson's been as dependable as they come, and he's done it all while battling injuries, cutting out entire seasons, and never giving up a sack when it matters most. Center, Dwight Stevenson. Drafted by Don Shula's Dolphins in 1980, Stevenson started slow. Special teams, backup reps. But by the mid-80s, he was the unquestioned leader of Miami's offensive front. From 1982 to 1987, Stevenson captained a line that gave up the fewest sacks in the league for 6 straight years. An NFL record. He had elite hands, explosive feet, and the mind of a quarterback before the snap. Left guard, Nate Newton. Nate Newton was the bruiser's bruiser, a big-bodied enforcer with a mean streak, and a bald head. When Dallas was rolling, Newton was right there in the middle of it. Bald head glistening under the Texas sun, moving bodies like it was no thing at all. Right guard, Larry Allen. 11 Pro Bowls, 7 All-Pro nods, Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer. There's a reason he's considered one of the best linemen in league history. Allen played across the line at different stretches of his career, but his best work came at right guard, where he routinely destroyed defenders with a combination of brute force and flawless technique. Defensive end, Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor was the rare edge rusher who didn't just dominate, he did it with flair. The long, lean frame, the lightning-quick first step, the patented spin move that had offensive tackles spinning into next week. Put simply, he was a problem. Across a 15-year career, mostly with the Dolphins, Taylor racked up 139.5 sacks, 8 defensive touchdowns, and countless nightmares for AFC quarterbacks. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 2006 Defensive Player of the Year, and a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Defensive tackle, Warren Sapp. Loud, relentless, and rocking that unmistakable bald dome. Sapp was one of the most feared interior linemen of the modern era. He played with attitude, and more importantly, he backed up every bit of it. He anchored the Tampa defense, turned the Bucs into Super Bowl champs, and trash-talked with the confidence of a guy who knew you couldn't stop him even if you tried. He was built low to the ground and exploded off the snap like a grenade, constantly ruining interior blocking schemes. But what made Sapp truly elite was his ability to blend power with finesse, and never take a snap off. At least not during his prime. Linebacker, Brian Urlacher. When people say linebacker, one of the first faces that comes to mind is probably Brian Urlacher. Urlacher was the blueprint for the modern middle linebacker. 6'4", 258 pounds, and could run like a safety. The guy covered tight ends, tracked down running backs, and delivered hits that rattled stadiums. Whether he was stuffing the run, directing traffic on defense, or staring down quarterbacks with that cold, clean stare, Urlacher was that dude. Let's just try and forget about that strange period post-playing days when he experimented with the hair plugs. Cornerback, Ronde Barber. Here's the thing about Ronde Barber. He didn't just play cornerback, he redefined the position for his generation. While most guys were chasing highlight picks or showboating after pass breakups, Barber was just smarter, more disciplined, and always in the right place at the right time. He was the silent assassin of the Buccaneers' legendary defense, reading quarterbacks like open books and blowing up screens before the ball even got there. Oh, and yeah, he did it all while rocking a clean bald dome that only added to the icy composure that he brought every Sunday. Safety, Devin McCordi. Devin McCordi was the heartbeat of the Patriots secondary for over a decade and one of the most dependable safeties of his generation. From the moment that he stepped onto the field as a first-round pick in 2010, McCordi brought instant leadership, elite range, and football IQ that Belichick absolutely salivated over. The man was named a captain in year 2 and retained the designation for 12 straight seasons, which should tell you all you need to know about his impact. 3-time Super Bowl champ with 2 Pro Bowl selections and multiple All-Pro nods. Yeah, that is not a bad run. And let's not forget, McCordi finished his career with 35 interceptions and over 900 tackles, all while holding down a defense that practically built its identity on being smarter than everyone else. He never missed a beat, never caused a stir, because McCordi, like his play and his bald look, was all business. Kicker, Matt Bryant. Let's be honest, kickers don't usually get much love, but Matt Bryant, he earned it. A late bloomer who didn't even land a full-time gig until his 30s, Bryant went on to carve out a 17-year NFL career built on clutch kicks, cold nerves, and a leg that aged like a fine wine. Even if his hair didn't. Punter, Jeff Feagles. Alright, let's talk about a guy whose name doesn't come up nearly enough. Jeff Feagles, the ageless wonder of NFL punting. Now, calling his career long does not even come close to doing it justice. Jeff Feagles didn't just play in the NFL, he outlasted entire eras. 4 different decades, 352 consecutive games, and more snaps than most players could even dream of. His finest moment came late in his career when he helped the New York Giants win Super Bowl 42, becoming the oldest player to ever appear in a Super Bowl at the age of 41. And he did it against the previously undefeated Patriots, no less. That ring, the ultimate cherry on top of a legendary overlooked career. If consistency is greatness, then Jeff Feagles might just be the Tom Brady of punting, only quieter, more low-key, and definitely way smoother up top. But hey, which bald NFL player do you think deserved a spot on this list? Who do you think we're right on here? Who do you think we were wrong about? Was there anyone that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.